Hi friends, welcome to class. For today's practice, all you'll need is yourself, your mat, and a block is going to be handy in the end portion of today's practice. So for today, let's get started on our backs. Just extend your legs towards the top of the mat and maybe even leave one hand onto your belly. Slowly inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. Allow yourself to settle and arrive. And notice what's there for you. Go ahead and hug your right knee in towards your chest, getting that hip into hip flexion. Then gently extend the right leg up towards the sky. You could interlace your hands behind your right hamstring and gently pull onto that leg towards your chest. And at the same time, push your right hamstring into your hands, creating that resistance, creating this activation. Maybe even draw a couple of circles with that big right toe, feeling that right ankle. You can switch sides, switch directions if you wish, without losing this resistance between the hands and that right hamstring. Wherever you are, create a gentle pull and really resist. On your exhale, lower that right leg down. Bend the left leg towards your chest. Give it a nice little squeeze. Maybe this left hamstring is feeling a little tight. I know mine is feeling it today. Go ahead and gently extend that left leg up towards the sky. Interlace your hands behind that left hamstring. Gently create that resistance. The hamstring is going to push against the hands. Feel free to draw a couple of circles with that left big toe this time. Without losing this resistance. Go ahead and lower down that left leg. Lift the right leg up towards the sky. Place your hands along your side bodies. And we're going to take a couple of pulses with the legs. It really helps to push the ground away with your arms, your forearms, and your hands. On your exhale, take 10 pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Switch legs. This time the left leg reaches up towards the sky. Pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Beautiful, beautiful work. You could hug your legs in towards your chest. Rock side to side. Go ahead and rock yourself up towards the top of the mat. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees are going to be directly underneath your hips. Take a couple of circles over the wrists. Wrapping the triceps back, spinning the eyes of the elbows forward. Be a seeker of sensation. Gripping the mat through your fingertips, pushing the ground away with your inner palms. You could even flip the palms so that the fingers are pointing towards you and gently sway side to side, creating this nice gentle opening in the forearms. Wherever you are, we'll meet at our tabletop. Bring your right hand to clasp behind your head. Take an inhale to prepare, and an exhale out through your nose. On your next inhale, twist open towards the right. It doesn't have to go too far to the right. Just try and do your best without really pushing your head towards the sky. I want this movement to come from your upper thoracic spine. On your exhale, draw the right elbow down. Then open it up. Go at your own pace. Plant the right palm down. This time, interlace your left hand behind your head. On your next inhale, twist open towards the left. Bring that left elbow down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it down. One last time, inhale, open. Exhale, plant your left palm down. Take a couple of cow and cat poses at your own pace. For your cow pose, focus on flicking the tailbone up towards the sky, retracting the shoulder blades, squeezing the shoulder blades in towards each other. On your exhale, flick the tailbone down, separate the shoulder blades from one another, push the ground away with your palms. Inhale takes you into cow pose. Exhale, round it out into cat. Inhale, find your cow pose. Exhale, cat. Tuck all 10 toes behind you and find your downward facing dog. Pedal out through the feet. Maybe even go in the outer edges of the feet, feeling that stretch in the side bodies. Notice if the weight is equally distributed between your hands. Are you pushing the ground away equally? On your next breath in, lower your chest towards your knees, creating this active compression. Flicking your tailbone up towards the sky, resisting the ground away with your hands. Elevating the shoulder blades towards your ears. On your exhale, straighten out the legs. Spinal wave yourself forward into high plank pose. Keep this high plank pose introverted, separating the shoulder blades from one another, pushing the ground away, driving the heels towards the back of the room, engaging your glutes. On one long exhale, slowly lower down onto your belly. Left hand at the 10 o'clock direction and the right hand at the 2 o'clock direction for oscillating cobra. On your inhale, lift up through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back body. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. This is very nice, especially after all those long hours sitting on the computer. Inhale, rise. Pause at the very top. Exhale to release. Bring your hands behind you, thumbs pointing up towards the sky for Shalambhasana, locust pose. On your next breath in, float the legs, reach back through the toes, through the fingertips. Find your elevation for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Everybody find your way into downward facing dog. However you choose to get there is totally up to you. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your right leg. Step the right foot to the outside of right hand. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, twist open towards the right. Expand your wings. On your exhale, modified pyramid pose. Begin to bend through that right leg. Step the left foot to the outside of left hand. Inhale, active squat. For this first active squat, really focus on firing up the glutes, separating the knees, driving the knees out towards the sides, using your arms to counterbalance, get some buoyancy in the legs. On your exhale, straighten out the legs, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up, reach towards that energy. Exhale, sit your hips low, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms, step the left foot back, all 10 toes point towards the right, horizon lunge. Drive your hips towards the right. Get some hydraulics in that left shoulder, pushing the ground away with that left hand. On your next breath in, plant the right palm down. Right foot meets left, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Inhale, the left leg reaches up towards the sky. Really energize through the left toes. Bend your left leg. Step that left foot to the outside of left hand. Lower your right knee down with control. Inhale, reach up with the left hand. On your exhale, modified pyramid pose. Flex the left foot. Focus on creating that fold. Shift your gaze forward as you bend through the left leg. Step the right foot to the outside of right hand. Inhale takes you right away into active squat. Exhale, drive to stand. Hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bring that divine energy down, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms. Step the right foot back. All 10 toes point towards the left, horizon lunge. Really drive the hips towards the left. Shift your gaze forward, plant the left palm. Left foot meets right, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the heels. Bend the legs. Spinal, wave your body forward. Really exaggerate this motion into high plank pose. You have options here. You could either take the full vinyasa or straight away into downward facing dog. On one long exhale, take the full chaturanga push-up. Drop knees, followed by the forearms. Inhale, pulls your way into upward facing dog. Shine your heart through. Exhale, cruise back, downward facing dog. 3 awakening yoga Surya Namaskars A. Use this opportunity to get out of your head and into your body. Don't overthink this movement. I want you to really explore your physical vessel and really get into the flow mindset. Keep your gaze between the space of your wrists or your thumbs. Use this opportunity to step or float into your active squat. On your inhale, lift the heels, bend the legs. Bottom of the exhale, step or float feet to the outside of your hands. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, drive to stand, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sit the hips low, active squat. Inhale to plant the palms. Gaze forward, either skip or take the vinyasa. Drop knees, followed by forearms. Inhale, pulls your way into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Picking up the pace, find your own rhythm, wrapping the triceps in. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the legs. Bottom of the exhale, step or float feet to the outside of your hands. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, drive to stand, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, plant the palms. Either step, float, or skip the vinyasa. You are strong, you are capable. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the legs. Bottom of the exhale, step or float feet to the outside of your hands. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, drive to stand, hands meet at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale to plant the palms. Step, float, or skip the vinyasa. Drop knees, forearms. Inhale, pulls your way into upward facing dog. Exhale, cruise back, downward facing dog. Take 5 full breaths in this downward facing dog. Good job. You have a 10 count journey into a forward fold top of the mat. You can either tiptoe your way so that your feet arrive in between the palms. Fight to keep your shoulders in one place, prevent the shoulders from leaning too far forward over the wrists, or take this opportunity to have fun and try to find some hang time, taking a couple of handstand hops, 2-footed, 1-footed entry. The choice is yours. Yogi's choice. Take an inhale. And an exhale out through your nose. Your journey begins for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Uttanasana, fold forward. Keep your legs bent in your forward fold. Creating this connection with the quads and the lower belly. Driving your hips up towards the sky. Halfway lift, inhale, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, strong legs as you rise up one vertebrae at a time. Tadasana. Stand strong, stand proud in your Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus, open up through your arms, drawing the elbows down towards your hips. Hands meet at heart center. Swivel your heels out, just enough space to sit you down into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit the hips low, reach your arms up. Stay active in your glutes, stay active in the foot arches. Come up high onto the tippy toes. Slowly lower down onto your heels in this toe stand. You can either stay here or take Bakasana. If you're taking Bakasana, bring your knees up high onto your triceps. Keep your gaze down and forward. Shift your weight forward, driving the heels towards your glutes. Protracting through the shoulders. Stay stable in the shoulder blades. For 3, 2, on 1. Vinyasa or skip it to downward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful work. Right leg lifts, inhale. Bend the right leg. Squeeze that right knee towards your chest. And you're gonna just spinal wave yourself forward, dropping the right knee underneath your hips. Pointing out through the left toes, reach your right arm in front of you into this bird dog shape. Take an inhale here, finding the stability in the core. On your exhale, plant that right palm down. Open up through that right shin and find this side plank variation. Sending out energy through that left leg. On your next breath in, this left heel is going to drive towards the left glute. Your right hand is not going to touch the left foot just yet, but you're just going to take several pulses here. On your next breath in, kick it in. Exhale out. Inhale to kick it in. Exhale out. One last time, just like that. Inhale, kick it in. Drive that left heel towards the left glute. And on your exhale, plant your left palm down. This right leg is going to go over the left knee into your wild thing. You could start off by setting your hips down onto the earth. And on your next breath in, drive the hips up towards the sky. Stay active in that left arm. Driving the hips up, using the power of your legs. On your next inhale, drive that right knee up high towards the chest to step the right foot to the top of the mat. Lower that left knee down. Inhale takes you up into this archer's lunge variation. On your next breath in, try to grab a hold of that left heel with the right hand and create this rotated version of an Anjaneyasana. Keep reaching back with that left hand. Shift your gaze forward. You are going to lean into this right leg until you drive up to stand into active dancer pose. For active dancer pose, I want you to kick into that left hand. So imagine that your left foot is really driving into that left hand, but your left hand is pushing it down. Reaching your right arm up towards the sky. We're here for 3, 2, On one, left knee into chest. Exhale, straighten out that left leg and lower that left heel towards the top of the mat. On your next breath out, hinge from the hips, fold over. You can rest your fingertips onto the earth. Feel this activation of that left hamstring. Breathe here. Now you have several options here. You could either take your left peace fingers, grab a hold of that left big toe. Buoyancy in the standing right leg. Inhale to lift that left leg up. Use your right arm to help you with the counterbalance. On your next breath in, you're going to open up that left leg over to the side. If this is not available to you, go ahead and bend that left leg open to the side. From here, you are going to hinge your weight forward. Hinge from the hips. Hold it here. Release that left leg as the left leg reaches towards the back of the mat into half moon pose, Chandrasana. Stay active in that left leg. And you're going to flick that left foot down. Hip points are pointing down towards the earth. Great job. Exhale to lower down that left foot with control. Then lower the left knee. Find your half splits. If this isn't available to you, you can, of course, take your half splits just like this, keeping a nice long spine. I always like to sit towards the heel for half splits. Take a couple of moments to breathe here. Now you have two options. You're going to drag this right heel towards you. And you can either take a standing splits for your balance challenge, or if you want to play around with your handstand, go ahead and do so. If you are taking the crotch entry, keep your center of gravity low. Take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, find your handstand or standing splits. We're going to meet in downward facing dog in 3, 2, on 1. Left leg lifts, inhale. Bend the left leg, squeeze that left knee towards your chest. Step the left foot underneath your hips. Find your bird dog right away. Left arm reaches as the right leg reaches towards the back. Find your core stability. On your exhale, plant the left palm down. Open up through that left shin. Find your modified side plank. Keep energizing through that right leg. On your next inhale, squeeze that right heel into right glute as your right arm reaches. Exhale to open. Inhale, tap. Exhale, open. 3 more times, just like that. You're doing great. Open. Really keeping that right glute active and engaged. From here, make your way back into center. This left leg this time is going to hop on over that right knee. Lower your hips down. Exhale, drive your hips up towards the sky. Wild thing. Keep pushing off through the feet. Beautiful work. Driving the hips up towards the sky. Lower your hips down. Left knee up high towards the chest. Step the left foot towards the top of the mat as your right knee reaches towards the floor. From here, you're going to reach your right arm up towards the sky, and that left hand, is going to rest onto that right heel. Focus on this twist. Stay energized through that right hand. Shift your gaze forward. You're going to lean onto this left leg until you float that right leg up. Right away into that active dancer pose. Keep kicking that right foot into the right hand. Finding your elevation here. Using that left arm to help you balance. Keep driving that right foot into the right hand. We're here for 3, 2, on 1. Awesome work. I'm sure your hamstrings are on fire. Right knee comes in towards the chest. Hands up to the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, kick it out. Lower that left heel towards the top of the mat. Hinge from your hips over. Try to pull that right hip back. Really driving that right heel in the earth. Option to take your right peace fingers around that right big toe. Buoyancy in this left standing leg. Inhale, rise. You could either keep that right leg bent, or it could be straight and extended. You're going to open that right leg towards the right. Use your left arm to help counterbalance. On your exhale, hinge from the hips. Stay focused on your balance. You might be a little wobbly and shaky, and that's totally cool. Release that right foot straight away into Chandrasana, half moon. Trust yourself as you move into space, as you spin the hips down. Point out through the right toes as you lower the right foot down with control. Send your hips back into space, half splits. Again, you could take this deeper variation, or you can take your half splits by focusing on keeping the spine neutral. Wherever you choose is totally up to you. Stay here for a moment to recenter and to reintegrate. Driving that left heel onto the earth, keep flexing that left foot. For this balance challenge, you can either take your standing splits or go ahead and try your handstand hop. So drive that left heel towards you, and we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Whatever option you choose is totally up to you. We're here for 3, 2, on 1, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, picking up the pace. Bend that right leg, step the right foot underneath your hips. Bird dog. Swivel right away to that right shin. Reach your left arm overhead. This time, as the left heel drives into the left glute, catch that left foot. And at the same time, kick that left foot into the left hand, creating this activation. Stay strong in your glutes. You've got this. For 3, 2, on 1, right away, step into your wild thing. Lower your hips down. Inhale, reach your hips up towards the sky. Lower your hips down. Drive that right knee towards the chest. Step the right foot forward. Right away into your reverse Anjani asana. Shift your gaze forward. Bend into that right leg. Active dancer pose. Keep driving that left heel into the glute. You're doing great. Right away, bring that left knee in towards the chest. Hands up to shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, kick it out. Hinge with your hips as the left heel finds a home to the top of the mat. Grab that left big toe. Buoyancy in the standing leg. Inhale, rise up. On your next breath out, open up that left leg. You could even hinge your hips forward for an extra balance challenge. Release that left leg as you make your way into Chandrasana, half moon. You've got this, stick with it. Spin the hips down. Lower the left foot down onto the earth. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Take 3 full breaths in your half splits. Now it's time for your balance challenge. You can either take your handstand hop or you can take your standing splits. Again, we'll meet in downward facing dog. We're here for 3, 2, on 1, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend that left leg, step that left foot underneath your hips. Bird dog. Right away, spin onto that left shin. Open it up to side plank. Go ahead and drive that right heel into the right glute. Catch that right foot or right ankle with your right hand. Push, create that resistance. Keep kicking into that right hand. We're here for 3, 2, on 1. Release that right leg. Right foot lands into the mat. Left leg right away over that right knee into wild thing. Create your expression. Lower your hips down low. Left knee into chest. Step that left foot forward. Reverse your Anjani asana. Keep focusing on this twist. You've got this. Shift your gaze forward. Lean, 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 lean until that right leg floats. Grab a hold of that right foot with the top of that right hand or the palms of that right hand. Keep driving, 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 active dancer. Keep kicking into that right hand. Then right knee comes in towards the chest. Take an inhale here. Exhale, push everything out. Lower that right heel to the top of the mat. Hinge forward. Grab a hold of that right big toe with your right peace fingers. Buoyancy in this left standing leg. Inhale, rise up. Use your left arm to help you with the counterbalance. On your next breath out, open up the legs. You could hinge forward, creating this airplane balance challenge. Release that right leg as the right leg goes behind you into Chandrasana. The work is in the wall balls, don't worry. Spin the hips down. Right foot finds a home in the back of the mat. Half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Take 3 full breaths in your Ardha Hanumanasana. You are doing great. Two options here, standing splits or handstand. Whatever is your option, we are going to meet in downward facing dog. We're here for 3, 2, on 1. Great work. Inhale to lift the heels, bend the legs, bottom of the exhale. Spinal, wave yourself forward, high plank pose. We're gonna slowly lower down onto our belly for 7. Keep pushing the ground away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, beautiful work. Left hand at the 10 o'clock direction, right hand at the 2 o'clock direction for oscillating cobra. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale through your nose, lower. Inhale, rise, pause at the very top. Exhale to release. Bring your hands behind you, thumbs pointing up towards the sky for Shalambhasana, locust pose. On your inhale, lift up through the legs, reach back with your arms. Create your elevation, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. On your exhale, release. Rest your left ear onto your hands. Just take a moment to recenter and to reintegrate. Reconnect to the natural rhythm of your breath. You have two options. You can either take bow pose or you could take locust pose. For those of you who are taking bow, go ahead and grab your ankles. Don't grab onto your toes unless you're flipping the grip. On your next inhale, kick the sky with your feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Find your elevation. Stay active in the hamstrings. Stay active in the glutes. For 3, 2, on 1. Awesome, awesome work. Press back into child's pose. Constantly have to adjust the mic whenever we're doing those prone back bends. And if you're like me and sweating a ton, I applaud you and bow down to your efforts. This is not a easy flow, no less, but you're gonna have 3 options here. You can either stay in your child's pose, you could take dolphin pose, or you could grab a block. I find that the block really is helpful for Pincha Mayurasana, forearm balance. So whatever option you're taking, we're gonna be here for 7 breaths. If you are using the block, make sure that your thumbs are pointing up towards the sky and you're squeezing the block together with your palms. So whenever you're ready, take whatever option you choose. If you're taking the forearm balance, maybe play around with your hollow back. Stay connected, pushing down with your forearms. We're here for 3, 2, on 1. Sit back onto your heels, find a nice upright seated position. It's always nice to sit upright after an inversion. Allow the breath to arrive through your nose and exit out through your nose. Go ahead and make your way onto your back. If you have the block handy, this will be particularly really nice for you. You could slide the block underneath your sacrum, just above your glutes, and find your supported bridge. You could keep the legs bent or extend the legs out. And feel free to stick here and hang around for however long you need. Melt into your Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me today. Great work. As you can see, my mat is totally drenched in sweat. It's about like 100 degrees here in Manila where I'm filming. But thank you so much again for flowing with me. I bow down to you and all of your efforts, and I hope you had a great time, whether you were handstanding or not. It's always a pleasure to flow with you. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thank you.